Let me tell you, Protection was an episode to remember.
I hope Adrian has a good Christmas.
Akira.
Everything about it was amazing. Honestly, one of my favorite episodes of season 5 so far. I think it was a solid 9 out of 10 for me. The animation, the storyline progress, Adrianette, the friendship between Kagami, Adrian, and Marinette, the gorilla, all absolutely amazing in this episode. Natalie in this episode was out of this world. I literally love her so much. But anyway, so this episode starts off with Layla and Kagami hanging out. Layla is going on about how she admires Kagami and how she's perfect, which is just complete crap. Not Kagami being perfect. She is. I love her. But I know for a fact that Layla is just trying to manipulate Kagami as a way to get to Marinette, and this honestly makes me so mad because Kagami is new to the whole friend thing and she's just so vulnerable. All she really wants is a few good friends, and Layla took advantage of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Layla as a villain. She makes a really good one, but at the same time I hate her and I just wish she would go away like Gabriel, especially because not only is she taking advantage of her friendship, but also using her feelings for Adrian as a way to also take advantage of her as well. She just frustrates me so much. But moving on to something a little bit lighter, Mark and Nathaniel came up with a plan to get Adrianette together where they would be on a Ferris wheel and they'd kiss. This is so sweet and I love them. I also love that the second they knew that Adrian was in love with Marinette, everyone is trying to get them together. I don't know, I just love seeing all of them so willing and eager to get them together. It's so cute. Although I do really believe that Adrianette, or even the love square in general, is something that needs to happen on its own without people helping, it's still the thought that counts. But what I want to talk about specifically is one of the drawings Mark and Nathaniel did of them in the future. Most of you guys on YouTube probably don't know this, but I have the biggest obsession with Emma, Louie, and Hugo. I really don't know why, but I do. Summer 2021, a lot of my TikToks had to do with Emma, Louie, and Hugo because I was just obsessed with them. So when I saw this, I had a meltdown. I won't ever stop talking about it. I am obsessed with absolutely everything. Marinette's hair being shorter and down, Emma's hair being in pigtails, making her look a lot like Marinette and Ladybug. That is adorable. And then also Louie's hair looking messy like Cat Noir's. I could absolutely go on for hours, and I mean hours, about this one picture alone, but I won't because I'm not sure that's something you guys would want to hear. But moving on to my Adrianette tangent, which is basically just everything that happened to them that I thought was cute. I thought it was absolutely adorable how Adrian said that he always thought her acting funny was cute and sweet. The gorilla helping out with sneaking Marinette into the house, and just like with the picnic itself. Adrian changing in pajamas because Marinette was in hers and he didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable or anything. Making her a really beautiful and very thought out picnic for just both of them. That was adorable. Having them play Mega Strike 3, that one was absolutely so cute. Like, that is just their game. Plus, they haven't even played it since season 1, so I was really happy to see them play it again. Them looking at the clouds, Marinette being the first one to grab his hand, and then Adrian blushing because of it. The music in the background, which obviously I can't play because of copyright, but it is the Last Dance music. Them getting closer, just absolutely everything about the scene is adorable. And then Adrian being a protective boyfriend like he is. And then also the way he described her at the end of the episode. He's just so in love with her, I can't. The last few things I wanted to mention are Kagami and Adrian being made for each other. I actually talked about this in tomorrow's video more in depth, so I don't want to go into this topic a whole lot, but I just find it heartbreaking that they aren't listening to what their children actually want and are trying to get them together. I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole idea of them being like actually made for each other is really cute, but if they aren't in love with each other, then you shouldn't push it, Sentimonster or not. At the end of the day, they are humans and they have real emotions, and so trying to push them together is just only hurting them more because Adrian doesn't want to be with Kagami, and I think them trying to get Kagami closer to Adrian when she's already hurting enough with them being together is just making things worse. But I honestly don't think that Timo and Gabriel even see any of that, and that is just sad. And also, one final thing that I wanted to mention was Natalie. Girlie was so mad at Gabriel for forbidding him to not have any relationship with Marinette, and I love it. I love how she uses the ring to set Adrian free somewhat and let him do what he wants instead of controlling him to get something out of him, to get him to do what she wants like Gabriel does. I think you can just tell how she sees him as her own son. I do have a video planned on this whole topic and I will be going over this in that video, but I did still want to mention this in this video because I think it's important. I think the difference in the way they use the ring to control Adrian shows so much. about them as people, but also I think it shows the way that they truly view Adrian, because Natalie controls him to be free from his father's commands and just wants him to live a life as he chooses. To me, that shows that she sees him as a human who she loves, someone who's not any different from anyone else on the earth. Whereas Gabriel sees his son as an object he can use to get to do whatever benefits him. Because of that, I think it tells us that Gabriel does in fact not see Adrian as a human, let alone his own son. Which is heartbreaking considering just being his father's son and nothing else was what Adrian wanted most. Anyway, sorry for the bit of the heavier ending, but for now that's all for this video. Like I said, I absolutely loved this episode. It was so good. We learned so much more information. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better episode to start off Miraculousmas.